right, here we are on the Parker's couch, brother.
We're back.
And it is time to talk about something I've been burning to talk about that's been going on with Mr. Dwight Howard. I know y'all have heard the news. You've been talking about it. Everybody been tweeting about it.
Everybody has an opinion.
You got an opinion, yes. But if you don't know, if you've been under a rock somewhere, let's just kind of go back about what happened. And let's get into it, brother, and talking about these allegations.
We shall.
That's out there. So, Mr. Dwight Howard and Mr. Harper, these two men, I'm just going to read a little piece of the lawsuit that was filed.
Okay.
All right. So, per the suit, these two men met on Instagram DMs that moved to text messages, where they talked about meeting up over the summer of 2021 while Howard was in Atlanta. And there was a police report filed before this suit. So like the police report, the lawsuit said that Harper went over on July 19th, 2021, and he and Howard engaged in consensual kissing in Howard's bedroom. They watched the movie, but someone was texting with Howard while it played, per the complaint. Then Howard got up and said someone else had just arrived. Howard told Harper, per the lawsuit, it was someone he has threesomes with every now and then. Harper said that he didn't want a threesome, but he suggested leaving. Howard told him that he didn't have to participate, so he stayed. The second man joined them in the bedroom and turned on porn. Then he and Howard began undressing while the second man performed oral sex on Howard, according to the complaint. Harper, the lawsuit said, tried to stay calm. Then, like in the police report, the lawsuit said that Howard began rubbing Harper's thigh. He stroked Harper's penis through his underwear, and Harper said no. Harper said, no, I'm good. Stop, according to the suit. Howard said he was going to do whatever to him, and he was going to like it. That's when Howard grabbed his thighs, pulled off Harper's underwear, held him down, and performed non-consensual oral sex on him, per the lawsuit. When Harper did not appear aroused, Howard got angry and ordered him into the bed, per the complaint. The other man penetrated Howard from behind, while Howard shoved his penis in Harper's mouth, forcing Harper to perform oral sex, the lawsuit says. Afterward, like in the police report, your eyes, Harper said
what?
He grabbed his cell phone and went into the bathroom to get an Uber. Howard, the complaint said, acted like nothing had happened, but also would not let him out of the bathroom unless Harper could cancel the Uber, which he did. Howard then had the other man drive him home. That's the lawsuit allegation of what happened. And this was not the first time, apparently, that Howard has been accused of harassing SA or harassing someone. There was one incident in 2018 that didn't end up going anywhere, but it was when Howard was with the Wizards, where there was an alleged harassment that, this gentleman said happened then, but he didn't sign a non-disclosure and said that, Howard sent people after him because he didn't sign the NDA. In a response now, Howard, to this lawsuit, we learned on last week, he acknowledged both Harper and another man came over, but said any sexual contact was consensual. A statement provided by one of his attorneys went further, saying a private consensual encounter was made public for profit, and Mr. Howard looks forward to bringing the truth to light in the court of law. And since this brother, we know Howard has responded also by video form.
Yes.
And has some things to say.
Yes.
Where are you with this case? First of all, I know it's so hard. Like all these cases, it's so hard to kind of like really step out there with what you believe happened and all this stuff. But the way the scene is, the way the whole visual is planted, I can see this. Like personally,
I can definitely see that. I have been in situations like that before. So where somebody had called somebody else over that was not expected.
Yes.
So
I remember that first time me happening in college in a situation like that.
Yes. It happens. So I can definitely see that's not beyond belief. The part I'm having trouble with is how can somebody what is it said? Non-consensual oral sex. He made him give him oral sex without consent. I don't know how that happens.
Yes. And I guess that's the whole intimidation kind of part. Where when someone is claiming to feel intimidated, they didn't want to do it, but they probably kind of feel like they have to, scared of the environment.
Because they have to call an Uber to wait. We have to wait for an Uber to get there. So, I can understand that to an extent, yes. But now that you read that, the picture that's pointed out makes sense to me. I wasn't really understanding the whole complaint. I didn't read that part of it. But wow. Wowzers.
It's a lot.
Lot.
It's a lot to take in. But this just brings in the conversation a whole big thing with Dwight Howard. And his response, there were just things that bothered me so much with his response.
And one thing, are we going to talk play the response first, or do you want to go into talk?
Go in and talk about it.
Okay. With the response, the issue I personally had with it, well, I agree with the part that what you do in your bedroom should be private. I totally agree with that. First of all, I think it's really weird as a society that we judge and label people about what we do in private. To me, that has never made sense to me. So I can definitely agree with that. But I disagree with him because you're a public figure and it's an allegation towards you of an SA. So that's newsworthy. So that has the right to come out.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Absolutely. And then I feel like whenever you're someone, I'm sorry, it's just part of just who you are. Like these things are reported on. That just always kills me whenever celebrities or like public figures are like, why are people talking about this? It's 2024, 23. You don't realize what the culture is right now. It's just part of the territory that comes with it. You are a known figure. People are going to talk about this. They're going to write about it. It's going to be articles. It's a big deal.
It's a big deal. And I'm sure you enjoy the perks of being a public figure, being an athlete, being a star athlete at one point. So there's two sides to that coin. It's a good side of the coin. It's a bad side of the coin. And being a public figure, you have to accept both of them.
Yeah.
That's the problem with y'all people. Y'all worried about who people spend their time with. Whatever I'm doing in my bedroom is my damn business. Whatever you doing in your bedroom is your damn business. That ain't for everybody. And everybody don't need to know. You ain't got to say anything about what you doing in your fucking house. It's your house. You ain't got to explain that to nobody. No matter what they say. They can say anything. Who gives two shits? Y'all too damn nosy, worried about what I'm doing in my bed. Hell, the people who know what's going on in my bed, they know what the hell going on with my bed. And what the hell I do in it. That ain't for everybody on the internet. That ain't for no blogs. That ain't for no websites. I don't got to tell nobody where I put my wood at. Since y'all want to get to it. That ain't nobody business.
Now, I understand like any kind of part of coming out and doing this thing, any kind of journey like that, it is a personal thing.
It is.
And everybody has their own kind of journey with that.
Right.
However, I just feel like there have been like moments where Dwight Howard's been a little bit irresponsible in responses to things like this.
He has.
In the past. And so whenever stuff like this is out there, and now you're kind of caught red-handed. Now it's like all of a sudden,
that
like,
hands in the cookie jar.
Why do people care?
Right.
What I
your
do?
business.
What mind your business?
This is private. You don't have no life if you're concerned about what I do.
Where I put my wood is wherever I want to put
my wood.
Yeah, like, huh?
No, sir. It doesn't work that way. I mean, I guarantee had it been a threesome with two perfectly intelligent, beautiful women, it would have been an issue. He never would have said, what I do in my private life is private. You be high-fiving your boys. You be telling the story.
Yep.
It'd be barbershop talk.
Yep.
Oh, these bad, you know what's I done had.
Yep.
And we wouldn't be private then.
Absolutely.
So that's the issue I have. It's like with people who are on the down low, which I understand society does not allow everybody to be out and proud and whatever. I get that. But you shouldn't be as dismissive as he has been.
Yeah, I agree. 1,000%. Shout out to my friend Nathan. What's up, Nathan? He sent me this one article, and it was essentially saying, putting a lot of onus on the NBA in this situation. And I think you told me that Stephen A., I haven't listened to it, had a kind of interesting take, but he kind of hinted at some stuff with the NBA too as well. Maybe even knowing some of this stuff and not. But I don't know how much I really personally agree with this, the sentiment, or whether the NBA itself is showing its hands of not being supportive of.
To a degree, I could understand why somebody would say that. I think this case is different though because it's an SA attached to it.
Yeah.
This has nothing to do with the NBA. And he's not a member of the NBA currently. So I don't see how the NBA would have anything to do with this. He's a former player as of right now.
Yes. And I guess their thing is saying, like, if teams knew of, maybe this is the reason why teams didn't want. But I wouldn't want you. I'm sorry. No. You have an SA charge, like, or a thing against you, and you are a washed up old player,
a marginal player at best.
Why would I want to bring you into my franchise? Like, I don't. Not. So it doesn't make. I don't get that part. And I get that in professional sports, in the larger picture, like, there's still so much area to grow.
There's still a stigma.
Needs to grow in this area.
And this is the issue I have with Dwight Howard. If he knew he had this attraction, same-sex attraction, and he was like a former defensive player of the year, former MVP of the league, he had a great platform.
Yeah.
Not so you got to be out and proud, but really to stand up for the marginalized people.
Yeah.
Instead of shunning and turning your back and using Christianity and
making
baby mamas and all this
overcompensating
for what you really like. I mean, you left all these women in a deficit. You left these kids in a deficit. And didn't he have an issue with one of his kids?
Yeah.
With Reese's. Was it Royce?
Yeah,
Royce's kid. I think they had some kind of issue with a sexual thing with another kid or something.
It was something like that.
Something like that. And then he tried to, I'm coming here to make sure that he don't turn into a punk or something.
Exactly.
And what you doing, sir?
Exactly. That's why I feel no sympathy.
None.
I'm not empathetic in this situation.
No.
Or anything with him. And I could totally see someone like that using their power, their influence. It's like, you're going to do whatever I want you to do.
Exactly. I could definitely see him doing that. He's really huge. He's tall. So just physically imposing.
Yeah.
So, and he's chiseled up. So
absolutely.
I can see that person feeling less than powerless in that situation.
Yeah, I could totally see it. I don't know where this is going to go. what's going to happen. The lawyers are fighting, back and forth. No future court dates have been set yet at this moment. But we know as for how, we don't know how long this legal process is going to take. But it's gonna take some time.
Well, that's what you get for being stingy. Be like Simon Cowell. Pay these people well.
Okay.
And you hear nothing.
Okay.
And nobody will be in your business.
Right.
If you're gonna do that, do it right.
And be a normal human being.
Be a normal person.
Like if you had something going on with this guy that was consensual, y'all been talking and DM. Why are people like this? Why do you have to try to sneak around and bring something in?
Because see, that's his persona non grata. He loves to be a freaking sneaky person.
Yeah.
He loves to live his life on the DL, so now he's gonna be doing sneaky stuff.
Just doing everything on the DL. It's crazy. Like that makes no sense. No sense whatsoever. Who knows? Maybe this person would have enjoyed that in the beginning. Like if you talk about this stuff beforehand and give the person a chance to even meet the other person or talk to the other person and all that. You can't just 5 o'clock in the morning or something and just bring us up. What?
And if this person's not into it, trust me, there are plenty of other fishes in the sea that would have been glad to be down with it. I mean, it just don't make any sense. It makes no sense to me. It's ridiculous.
It's like a dumb situation to get yourself in.
Very dumb.
Very dumb. So, Dwight Howard, you can keep your little...
Stay out my business.
Stay out my wife. People want to see people fail and listen to this. No, but
you're just an idiot.
What I'm tired of is people going so against anything that got anything to do with LGBT.
And you right here taking it in the ass and sucking penises and kissing. Like you kissing people. Like that's passionate and intimate. Like you are, sir, you are part of the LGBTQIA plus, whatever you want to call it. You are one of them letters.
Okay.
You something in there.
You everything up in there.
You're something
right there. So Dwight Howard, no sympathies.
None.
And I just hope this just goes through the process. Whatever happens, I just hope that you has enough money to keep up with.
Right. And if you did it, sir, I hope that person gets retribution and gets whatever is due to that person.
Yes.
If it doesn't get it financially, the universe will fix you.
Absolutely. Well, we know one thing, and I'm just with this what Mr. Harper's lawyer said it's come to my attention that Mr. Howard is now attempting to label my client's filing of this lawsuit as an act of extortion, which is absolutely false. Mr. Harper is exercising his legal right in accordance with Georgia law and seeking redress for the unlawful acts he endured. I can also tell you that Mr. Howard has not yet filed a motion to dismiss, which is the appropriate motion that must be filed in order for the court to consider the issue of dismissal. Given that no motion to dismiss has been filed, the issue of dismissal is not before the court at this time. And probably because he knows he did what he did. He in trouble.
He is.
Molly,
you're in trouble,
girl.
You're in danger, girl.
All right.
Yes.
Well, like and subscribe and keep up with the juiciness because the hot topics,
they stay accompanied with NBA.
See y'all.